Shiny Gamma King coming at you with another Draft League team reveal. This is in the VDL, Victory Draft League, Searing Shot Division. This will be my first time being in this league, and it was definitely a little bit of a challenge trying to figure out what the team I wanted would be for this. But we will definitely be going through that throughout this video. So I just figured we'd start out with the basics, I guess. So the draft will be a VGC Series 10 non-restricted, non-max, because like I said, it's Series 10. That was the first thing. Then the second thing we were told is each coach would be drafting 11 Pokemon, one Tier 1 at least, 2 Tier 2s, 2 Tier 3s, 2 Tier 4s, and 1 Tier 5. And then we would have 275 points to draft the final 3 Pokemon that we had to have on our team. Because we had to have no more and no less than 11 Pokemon. So, the draft consisted of 24 coaches, which is the biggest draft I've ever done with that many people. And we drafted at number 14. So we weren't right in the middle, but we were pretty close in the middle of the pack. So with that being said, I really didn't know how I wanted to go about this draft, as I didn't know what would be left at pick 14. So I really wanted something that could help me with my RNG I've been having lately, to tell you the truth, because it's been not the greatest. So part of me wanted to pick up a prankster Pokemon that could help me, maybe giving the RNG on the opposite side or helping me in other ways. So I was lucky of being able to get the prankster, and the prankster I picked was Whimsicott. So Whimsicott's Fairy Grass, which it's a neat typing, and it gives us the ability to really help our overall team. So it gives us a tailwind if we want to go quicker. It gives us taunt and things like that to help us stop our opponent to doing things to us. And it just gives us a decent amount of attack if we want to go that way as well. So I was really happy that I was able to get her. I've used Whimsicott before, and I really liked her, so I thought it was definitely a good Pokemon to have on our team. So the next Pokemon I wanted was to continue on to my fantasy core, because I really like to get that usually done pretty quick. And Whimsicott was a Tier 1 Pokemon, of course. Then the next Pokemon we picked was Salamance. So Salamance, like I said, continues our fantasy core. It gives us a nice, strong dragon type, which I thought would be good, and it gives us an intimidate user. If we want to go that way, or if we want to, we can maybe try to go in the Moxie way, and if we can get some quick kills, he can become a lot stronger. So the following Pokemon I picked will finish off the fantasy core, and the Pokemon like Salamence I've actually never used before. I've used other Pokemon that are considered with this Pokemon, but I've never used this one. And this is Cobalion. So I have used Verizon before, but never this one. So I thought it'd be nice to have on our team. It gives us the steel type we need for it, but it also gives us fighting, which is always nice in my opinion to have on a draft team. So and then with its ability Justified, we can we get hit by dark types, we can become stronger, which is always nice as well if we want to try to go through that. So that is our fantasy core, and we get that right out of the gate with our first 3 picks. So at this point, I've drafted my tier 1 that I had to draft, and my tier 2, the 2 tier 2s I had to draft. So the following Pokemon I drafted, which is another one I've never used, is Salazzle. So Salazzle starts a Fire, Water, Grass core, which is good. And like I said, it's a Pokemon I've never used. It's really quick. It's definitely to me a threat to people. They gotta know when it's coming, because she is really strong. Yes, she's pretty frail, so we got to work around that. But it's nice knowing that a poison type can't be stopped with steel, with its ability. If we want to use the ability corrosion. But it also has Oblivious, so if we want to do that as well, so we don't have to worry about getting taunted. If we want to bring like a support Salazzle, which could be an option. So that was my thought on her. Now, at this point, I didn't know what I wanted to do really. Like, I didn't know where I was going with my team or how I was going to go with it. I just had the ideas of what types I wanted on my team. So, the next Pokemon I picked helps us in a few different ways, but that Pokemon is Gigolith. So Gigolith, I went back up to the tier 1, and so I had to use some of my free points to get him. So Gigolith gives us a couple of options. It gives us a strong attacking Mon. Yes, he is slow, but it gives us also some, if we want to go into like a Trick Room, He is great in that, and he also gives us some support as well, as he's going to learn moves like Wide Guard, which to me I think is a good thing to have in a non uh, maxing uh, uh, draft, since there's probably going to be some decent spread moves. So that's why we got Gigolith. Um, and it also has the ability Sandstream, which summons a Sandstorm. So my next mon um, I wanted to be able to use that to its advantage. So the next Pokemon we get is Stoutland. So Stoutland again, it is another mon I've never used before, and I think Stoutland's actually really interesting because it can learn a variety of different moves with pretty much like all the Fang attacks. So we can deal into a lot of different types, and it also gives us a couple other abilities that if we want to use, it's still really nice. Like it learns Intimidate, so it gives us another Intimidate user. And it also can learn Scrappy, so we don't have, if we want to, we can bring him that way, and we don't have to worry about getting walled by any ghost types, which I thought was really nice. So Stoutland is second tier 3 with if you include uh, Salazzle. So so the next Pokemon I decided to get wasn't my first choice, but I think it still will work well in our team, and that is Orbeetle. So Orbeetle is like one of my favorite Psychic type Pokemon. Um, as my favorite type is Bug, so I think that's the main reason. Uh, but it was a great tier 4 pick for us, I believe, as it gives us options. It has the ability Telepath, so we don't have to worry about getting hit by our own Pokemon if you want to use that. It also has Frisk, so if we want to bring him out to see our opponent's items, which is always nice in a draft format, because it gives you some nice information if you want that. It also gives us a Trick Room option as well, uh, which I think is always nice, especially with like Gigolith to help us with him if we want to go the slow route with him. And then of course it learns all the screens, which is nice. So I think it's going to be a great support mon for our team. Now, with that we have uh, Fighting and Psychic for another core we can have. So I really wanted to try to get the Dark. So I decided with that I would pick as my second tier 4 mon. It's gonna be Malamar. So Malamar is an interesting Pokemon. It has the ability Contrary. So Contrary makes it so if someone uh, lowers its attack, his attack will go up. Or if someone like or if we like try to raise our attack, it would technically go down. So it does the opposite of whatever the move does. So if someone came in with an Intimidator, it would actually help us and raise our attack. But if I used like, I don't even think it learns it, but maybe it does, Swords Dance, instead of us popping up our attack, we would actually be putting it down. So I just think it's an interesting aspect, as there's some moves that lower your attack if you use it. So, and instead of lowering it, we'd actually be raising it up. And Malamar can definitely become a threat if not taken. If the person doesn't take care of him quickly. And with it, Psychic Dark doesn't have too many weaknesses, which is always nice. And then with it's still a nice mon to go in both Trick Room and non-Trick Room, in my opinion, with its speed. So that's why I decided to pick Malamar up. It's definitely a little bit quicker than we'd want it to be in a Trick Room, but it's doable. So, the next Pokemon we picked up was Whiscash. So Whiscash is an interesting Pokemon, and another one that I haven't used. So it's going with our theme of non-used Pokemon. But what's nice about it is has the ability Oblivious, which is like I said, really nice because we can't be taunted or anything like that. So that's nice. It's a couple other abilities, but nothing that I really care about. We could use. He does have hydration, so if we get into against a rain team, maybe we could use that. So that only leaves us with two last picks, which at this point we've got all the tiers that we had to pick, and then an extra tier 1. So with that, getting that tier 1, it left us with points that we had to pick up tier 4 and another tier 5. So with that, I decided to pick up my tier 4 first, and that was Rotom Freeze. So I've used Rotoms before, but never this one, and I just thought Rotoms are nice and usually pretty bulky. This being ice kind of isn't the greatest, since it's weak to a lot of regular Pokemon like fire, rock, and fighting. But I think we can still do pretty good with him. And then it also gives us options, since we have some ground types and other ways, so we can do some like disc breaks or things like that with other mods. So that was my theory on picking him. So that only leaves us with one more Pokemon. And the Pokemon I picked up actually is the one and only Quailfish. So, Quailfish is definitely interesting. It gives us a third, actually, Intimidate, which I didn't even really think of that until after I was doing this video. I started this video. So I think that's really interesting, as we can bring different Intimidators. We probably won't bring all of them, and even if we did bring all three of our Intimidators to a match, I doubt they'll all be Intimidate. But if we're going against a really physical team, maybe we'll want to do that. I don't know. But definitely gives us another option for if we want to go with a rain mode, with rain rain dance, using rain dance, and then we have Wish Cash and Quailfish to go with that. So there's always that option, which I thought was nice. And hopefully we might be able to get that going. But yeah, so that is the team I drafted for the Nova Scotia Scythers in the VDL Searing Shot division. We do have 4 trades available throughout the season if we want to change anything up. But I think I really like this team. Even though I probably only used 2 of these Pokemon that's on this list, I think it's going to be an interesting team. And I think picking 14, I think we got some really good Pokemon. And I'm hoping that we can do pretty good in this league. There's definitely a lot of really strong opponents, so it's definitely going to be a challenge, but it's a challenge I'm looking forward to. So thanks again, and you guys have a great night.